What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. Today I've got another one from Warner Archive, and this one is part of the Forbidden Hollywood Collection Volume 2. It is the Divorcee. If you're interested in the other movies, I'll have reviews of those up at some point, and I'll also do a complete overview of the entire box set. But for right now, we're talking about the Divorcee. This is from 1930, and it stars Norma Shearer as one half of one of the happiest, most almost disgustingly in love couples you'll ever see. She and her boyfriend are just all over each other. They have the kind of relationship that makes other couples jealous, makes some people nauseous because they're so like all over each other and have so much passion. It's finally decided that they're going to get married, so they get married. Marriage doesn't slow down their affection and enthusiasm for each other. They continue to have this passionate relationship, and then at their 3-year anniversary party, something unhappy happens. She gets introduced to a woman, and the woman is like all eyes on her boyfriend, is checking him out, and so Norma Shearer starts to get kind of suspicious of it. And as it turns out, her husband has actually had an affair with this woman. It was just a one-time thing, but he assures her that he's in love with her. That didn't mean anything, and whatever, and that they should just move on because he knows that she's a trooper and she'll, march alongside of him. Well, she has a little bit different idea. So she ends up pursuing someone so that she can, have a little fun on the side and let him know what it feels like to be betrayed like that. So she does. He absolutely loses his mind, and she has one of the best lines in the movie. She tells him that all she did was balance their accounts. That is savagery. They obviously split up, and she begins to kind of explore this life of sexual freedom, and that's the movie, is what happens to them after the breakup. So this is a precode movie, which means that it was made before they had the rating system and the Hollywood code. This is very evident in this movie because Norma Shearer plays a character who embraces her sexuality and explores it with multiple partners. And what I like about this movie is that it doesn't condemn her for it. It presents her as someone who's passionate and lively and just, enjoys sex, and that enjoys sex with multiple partners, as it turns out, which nowadays wouldn't be that big of a deal, but in 1930, that's pretty wild. A lot of female characters who were portrayed as, being sexual, especially with multiple partners, were portrayed as either whores or fallen women, and that's definitely not the case here. She's portrayed as a likable, happy person who just happens to, enjoy a lot of sex. What I do like about it as well, though, is that it also doesn't frame her as this hedonist. She is enjoying what she's doing. It's not that she doesn't like, having this sexual freedom, but at the same time, she really does have a natural desire to be in a partnership, and so the movie explores that as well. Norma Shearer is absolutely amazing here. She won an Oscar for Best Actress for this role and definitely deserved it. Her performance is really great. She has so much charisma, so much charm, and it's impossible not to love her in this movie. It's a really good performance. Nobody else in the cast really stands out. Robert Montgomery, I guess, is okay, but for the most part, everybody else is just kind of middle of the road. Not bad, but not really that memorable either. A lot of people dislike the ending, and I can understand why, because we really start to connect with her character, and we kind of hate to see her make any compromises. But if you really pay attention to the way that her character carries herself, it does make sense what happens, even if it's not what we want for her. It's probably what she wants and what makes the most sense for her, which is ultimately, what should happen. I just think this is a great movie. I think it tells a great story. Like I said, Norma Shearer is absolutely radiant in this, and that's really enough reason to check it out, even if some elements of the story and the supporting cast aren't all that memorable. I think that just her performance alone makes it worthwhile, and the fact that it's just nice to see a strong female character like this who's not condemned for exploring her sexuality. That's an amazing thing, especially for 1930. We're still dealing with that to an extent in here in 2018. So that's my review of the Divorcee. It is available on DVD from Warner Archive as part of the Forbidden Hollywood collection. I didn't watch any of the extras, but I know some of the movies in here do have extras. The transfer on it looks really good. It's not fantastic. It's from 1930, so it definitely shows some signs of wear and tear. But it does look more than solid. It's certainly clean, and detail is solid, even if it's not pristine and razor sharp. but to expect that is kind of a little unrealistic. When I do my full review of the box set, I'll talk about the extras and stuff like that as well. But that's my review of The Divorcee. I hope you liked it. I think it's a fantastic movie, even if it's just more for, some of the story elements of Norma Shearer and not as a complete movie, maybe. But anyway, if you want to read my full write-up of it, you can go to markfusion.com and check that out. I also have write-ups of all the other movies in the Forbidden Hollywood Collection Volume 2, as well as all the movies in the Forbidden Hollywood Collection Volume 1, so you can check all those out as well. There's also reviews in this playlist for all the movies in Forbidden Hollywood Collection Volume 1 and the collection as a whole. So I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and Letterboxd if you want to follow me at any of those places and see what I'm up to. But the best way you can help me out, as always, is just to hit that sub button. It's a free, easy, direct way to support me. Help me to continue to be able to devote time to doing this and seeking out all these cool movies and sharing them with you. And also, watching old videos is a massive help. You have no idea how much of a big help that is to me. And like I said, there's tons of precode movies in this playlist that you can check out. Thank you so much for watching this video. I do sincerely, greatly appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon.